Revolution with Jeff Lorman, Kazzer.
We got ourselves a pickup, buddy. Long weekend, party time.
These two guys.
Nobody knows. Oh, nice.
And the man who wrote the book on the 4.6 mod motor, Sean Hyland. This week on Sports Car Revolution. This portion of Sports Car Revolution is brought to you by APR and Stasis Engineering, racing to make your Audi better. Probably the biggest misnomer in all of tuning is sway bars. Properly termed anti-sway bars, their function is simply to stop the body from rolling when the car is going through a turn. Now, you can do that or you can overdo that. This has to be a properly engineered part of our solution here for Stasis Engineering. For that, they went to H-Sport, and Mark Hotchkiss has been here for the entire build. Now, done improperly, sway bars can render a car absolutely indrivable. So heads up, we're going to add a sway bar, and we're going to evaluate exactly what that does for our A4 project car.
All of the pieces that we design and manufacture complement other pieces. Let's say springs, sway bars, strut braces. They all complement each other. None of them can do the job by themselves. With this particular project today, we're dealing with the Audi A4, and we get many compliments on our sway bar kit that goes with this car. And people say, they write in or they call in, why didn't it come from the factory this way? There are many reasons why, but from our point of view, it's great that it came that way from the factory, because we can take it and we can baseline test it and make some drawings and some assumptions on what we think it should be, test the pieces, and then put them on the market, and people seem to like it. APR and Stasis have associated themselves, and Stasis has a long racing history. We'd like to do that too in the future.
Well, there you have it. Science 101 on a sway bar. Now, not only does it look good, it's functional. It actually works integrated with the rest of the parts that Stasis Engineering has bolted together on this car. Every step of the way, this car has gotten better. Now let's see what the old guy and the young guy have to say.
Driving the Audi with the addition of the rear sway bar makes it rotate a lot less. It actually is nice and controllable with the throttle. You can modulate the throttle and get the car to turn in a little sharper if you need it to. A lot of suspension tuners believe that the handling of the car comes from the springs and shocks, and the sway bars are used for tuning only. In this case, tuning the car with the addition of the rear sway bar made a huge difference. The car, like I said, hardly has any understeer. Once we put some big tires on this with these huge brakes, the thing will be so ferocious, you won't be able to wipe the smile off your face. It's hard to believe that this car could be any better, but Stasis assured me that with the addition of their differentials, adding more power to the rear wheels, the car will be even better.
All right, now that we're out test driving this Audi, after we put the suspension on, now we have put on front and rear sway bars. Now, after you lower the car, it lowers the center of gravity, gets rid of the ride height, and makes the car not only look good, but it's got better stability in the corners. Now, with the sway bars, it's all a part of a kit, which without the sway bars, you don't have the complete kit. You got to run a different, higher spring rate in the rear to compensate to make the car real nimble. This car right now is real stable, and it turns in much, much better. Before, it had a lot of understeer, and now it seems very, very neutral, where we're actually having this pressure on the rear where we can lay down power with front tires instead of losing grip and spinning the front tires. Now, these sway bars also have adjustments, so if you do everyday driving on the street, you can have a neutral setup for everyday driving, or you can have a stiff setup for autocrossing or any kind of road racing for like a track day.